Hey everyone, so welcome to a very, random, unscripted video on the Dell Inspiron 600m. And this laptop right here is basically my main retro laptop. Now, why a retro laptop? Well, for one, it's nice because it doesn't use up as much space as something like a desktop. And this is a very compact machine for the time in some regards, so that's pretty cool. And as a result, I'd choose this over a Windows XP desktop. But why not just use a virtual machine? Well, this has a nice selection of ports, and I don't want to bother with adapters, so period accurate hardware that's compact. I mean, it's a pretty nice little computer. So, anyway, now that we have that out of the way, let's take a look at this machine. Alright, so right off the bat, we have two speakers here, I believe. I'm pretty sure they're speakers, stereo ones, but they sound awful, so you'll probably want to go ahead and plug in some headphones. Yes, this has a headphone jack of the 3.5mm variety, as well as this dedicated microphone one, which is always nice. And by that, we have a PCM CIA card slot, which still has its dummy card in it. Take a look at that. Dell. And below that, we have an IR blaster. Down here with the battery and several compartments to easily access stuff like RAM and the hard drive and all that jazz. So on the back here, we have a power jack, serial, VGA, parallel, Ethernet, RJ11 modem, phone port, S-video, and two USB 2 Type A ports. Nice. However, one of the main reasons I use this machine over, say, my Inspiron 1100 XP laptop is because I can swap out the DVD drive here for 3.5-inch floppy drive. This is definitely a little laptop. I believe it's got a, let's see, I believe it was, a 14.1-inch display. And because of this, it manages to be not terribly huge. It's quite nice and compact, and you can see some nice stuff like the sort of fancy Dell logo here and some status LEDs. And when you open this, behold, stylish blue accent, because 2000 something or other. Anyway, taking a look here, you can see the keyboard, trackpad. This trackpad isn't great, but it's not terrible either. I can live with it. You got power button, some more status LEDs, and you also have some volume controls here. So anyway, let's just go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so here's a closer look at the specs. We have a Pentium M clocked at 1.6 gigahertz, 2 megs of L2 cache, 1280 megs of RAM, so just a bit over a gig. Which is pretty nice, more than enough for XP to run smoothly. We have an ATI Radeon 9000 graphics processor, for what it's worth, 32 megs of VRAM, and a 60 gig primary hard drive here. And that's stock. I haven't thrown an SSD in it or anything. Maybe someday, we will see. Anyway, moving on, my OS of choice is Windows XP, and the reason for that is because, well, it's kind of perfect for, sorry, I couldn't interrupt the beautiful startup sound. The reason for that is because I have a lot of, old PDAs that sync via serial from around that era, and I find that stuff like ActiveSync, Palm Desktop, and that sort of thing run really well on a XP. So, as a result, XP is my OS of choice, and since this machine was designed to run XP from the factory, it just makes sense to run XP on here. So yeah, as I mentioned before, some software I use is, Palm Desktop and ActiveSync. So yeah, I have some other stuff, some stuff I've made, and I also have a really old version of AOL, because why not? I still have tons of space left on that 60 gig hard drive. It's pretty impressive. Ooh, sound effects. Anyway, I have some other stuff. The Sims, Riven, bit older than XP, but it runs. Scratch 1.4, It's out of date, but you know, I might as well get it. And I have some more serious programming stuff, like Visual Studio Pro 2008, BlackBerry JDE, Notepad++, and I think that's it for developer stuff at the moment. But yeah, I have a lot of really neat software on here. Oh, I also have NS Basic for Palm OS development. So, you know, I have a pretty nice catalog of software on here. There's still room for improvement. And I have some more recent stuff, like the latest version of 7-Zip. Fun fact, it still fully supports XP. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid machine, and if you are interested in getting an XP laptop, this might be a good one to check out. I don't know what the pricing is on these, but I doubt it's anything too crazy. These are fairly run-of-the-mill, but they're more than good enough for XP stuff. So yeah, I like it a lot. It's a really neat little computer. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.